Okay, imagine this. You walk into a building expecting offices, wires, maybe some coffee machines. But instead, you find a giant glowing blue pool. It looks calm, inviting like the world's coolest luxury spa. But here's the catch. It's not chlorine that makes it sparkle. It's radiation. That's right, this is a nuclear storage pool, a place built to hold used uranium fuel rods. One dip could mean instant death, or maybe nothing at all. So what actually happens if you jump in? Do you melt into glowing soup? Do you sprout superpowers? Or could you casually swim a few laps like it's a hotel pool? Stick around because the truth is way weirder, funnier, and a lot scarier than you think. But before we dive into this glowing nightmare, smash that like button so we can afford at least one lead-lined pool noodle. Nuclear power plants use these pools to store spent uranium fuel rods. Each rod is basically a tiny sun pumping out radiation like it's nobody's business. So why not melt the building instantly? Because of the water, water does two jobs. It cools the rods, keeping them from overheating. It blocks the radiation. The pools are deep, sometimes 40 feet. At the bottom, fuel rods glow with that eerie blue light you've seen in movies. That glow, it's called Cherenkov radiation. Basically, subatomic particles are zooming through water faster than light can travel in water, and the result is a sci-fi glow straight out of Tron. So yeah, you'd be swimming in a pool that literally glows from radiation, the ultimate Instagram filter. Surprisingly, if you stay to the surface, you'd probably be fine. The water shields you so well that at the top, your dose of radiation isn't lethal. You could float, splash, maybe do a backstroke, but here's where it gets cursed. The deeper you go, the less water there is above you to block radiation. A couple meters down, your radiation dose skyrockets. Go all the way to the rods. You're toast. Literally, imagine SpongeBob diving down for treasure. At the top, he's fine. Halfway down, he's glowing green. At the bottom, he's just a skeleton. Meme caption, bro leveled down too far. If you're swimming at the surface, you might rack up a dose equivalent to a medical scan. Not great, but not fatal. If you dive a few meters, you start racking up enough radiation to get sick in hours. And if you touch the rods, instant death. No scream, no dramatic moment. Your cells would basically shut down faster than Windows 95. On-screen text, swimmer.exe has stopped responding. Marco Polo in a nuclear pool. You yell Marco, your Geiger counter screams back, cannonball. More like cancer ball, goggles on. Hair gone. Rubber duck, floaty. More like roast duck floaty. Cutaway, Shrek in goggles. Get out, me swampets. Radioactive. Here's the weird part. You'd expect the water to be boiling hot. But nope, these pools are kept around minus 40 degrees Celsius, basically warm bath water. So yes, you'd be floating in a spot temperature pool that also happens to be the deadliest jacuzzi on Earth. Imagine Gordon Ramsay tasting it. It's raw, it's boiling, and it's glowing. But let's be honest, if you pulled it off, the flex would be insane. Forget infinity pools in Dubai. Forget rooftop spas in Vegas. You'd be chilling in the only pool on Earth that glows blue from actual physics.pov. You're sipping a cocktail on a floaty, while everyone else is like, bro, you've got 10 minutes to live. Believe it or not, workers actually do go near these pools, but only carefully and usually on the surface. In fact, standing right next to one is safer than being near an X-ray machine. As long as you don't go deep. So technically, you could jump in, swim across the top, and get out alive. No Hulk transformation, no glowing in the dark. At worst, maybe a sunburn-level dose of radiation, but one deep dive selfie later, you'd become the Fallout DLC nobody asked for. So, what if you swam in a nuclear storage pool? On the surface, you'd actually be fine. Dive deeper, and the radiation dose skyrockets your body, turns into a biology experiment. Touch the rods. Game over, instantly. But for one brief, surreal moment, you'd be floating in one of the most legendary, cursed, and forbidden pools on Earth. The lesson. Nuclear pools aren't instant death traps, but they're definitely not the world's weirdest spa day either. They're a mix of danger, science, and the kind of glow you don't want on your Instagram feed. And if you thought this was wild, wait until next time when we ask, what if the entire ocean turned into jello? Spoiler, the biggest trampoline disaster in history. So smash follow, drop your weirdest what-if ideas in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.